Hello again everyone, konnichiwa minasan, and welcome to another video of Teaching in Japan. In this video, I'd like to talk to you about what it's like to plan an English lesson for elementary school. Alright, and like I said in my previous video, on a good day, teaching English is 50% you, 50% the Japanese teacher. But sometimes it could be 90% you, 10% them, or the other way around. It just really depends on the person, the situation, and all that other stuff. So anyway, let me jump right into it. So, this right here is my handy dandy lesson plan book. Right? And in it, I have basic lesson plans for grades 1 through 6. Oh, and by the way, elementary schools here, it's grade 1 to 6, not kindergarten to 5th grade like it is back home in California. In fact, kindergarten is a whole separate school. It's not even part of elementary school. But anyway, yeah, 1 to 6. And you can see I have here little post-its just to mark different grades and whatever the current lesson plan is. So, just opening it up, just little notes and stuff, but here it's broken up to different lessons. And I would say all of them follow the same pattern. Okay, so it always starts off with number 1, aisatsu, or greeting. So that's basically, hello, how are you? And how's the weather? What's the date? Stuff like that. Very basic questions that I feel like every single class does it. I mean, maybe other English classes don't do it, but I feel like I have yet to not at least do that part. So, greeting. Next, warm up. This usually consists of a song. And probably 65% of the time that I've done it, it is following the theme of the lesson. So, for example, a song, if the lesson is about body parts, we would sing, head, shoulders, knees, and toes, along with the correct gestures. Head, shoulders, knees, and toes. And, eyes and ears and mouth and nose. Stuff like that. Or if the lesson is about numbers, there is the 7-step song, which I feel like some teachers actually like to sing that even if the lesson isn't about numbers, but it's just, I guess, fun to do. So it goes like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And each time you do it, you would either ask a student to pick 1 or 2 numbers, or you would do it yourself, and you would cover up that number with something, or just skip that number, and then instead of saying that number, you would clap. For example, if I choose number 3, we'll go 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, just whatever it is you want to do. Clap, stomp, jump, it doesn't really matter, it's your choice. The kids love it, especially the younger ones. They just love to do all that, jump and make a lot of noise, What else? I'd say for 5th and 6th grade, they actually don't, at least for what I've done, we don't do those kinds of songs as much. In fact, sometimes we actually skip the warm-up altogether and just go straight into whatever the lesson is for that day. But sometimes, like if we do a song, it would be from their textbook, alright? And in there might be a lesson that follows the theme of the vocabulary that we want to teach. And then it's just whatever that chant is. And usually those songs are, to me, it doesn't sound familiar, so it sounds like they're original songs. But, they could be known just nods me. I don't know. But one sec. Let me grab those books and let me actually show you. Okay, so the 5th and 6th grade textbooks are these right here. They're called Hi Friends. Book number 1 for 5th grade, book number 2 for 6th grade. And I believe starting next school year, we're actually gonna start using a different book. So, I mean, let's toss these out the window. So, like I was saying, there could be like a chant or something. Like for example, lesson number 5 for 5th grade is, what do you like? And as you can see, like all the instructions are in Japanese. So usually if we do these activities, the Japanese teacher will explain. But what I want to focus on is down here. There's a chant. And the song for this is actually on the CD that the teacher has. So I believe the question at the top is the main part of the song. So this says, what color do you like? I remember this one very well. So it's talking about colors. The chant goes like, what color do you like? I like red. I like blue. I like red and blue. And then it goes on for yellow and green also. But yeah, so that's pretty much the warm-up. And then next would be the introduction. Usually, this is when we do the vocabulary, which is pretty much picture cards, okay? And what I mean by that is literally picture with the word at the bottom. I would say most of the time, the school, at least the schools that I work at, they have pre-made picture cards, but sometimes I make my own because they don't have it, or I just can't find it or something, or there's just not enough. Like I want to do other, like animals, for example. So here I made like an extra 6 or 7 animals. I just printed it out with, I believe there were already 10 pre-made picture cards. So we would just do that. We would introduce the vocabulary one by one. Sometimes I would make it like a game, like, what is this? Or, for example, what is this? Or, for example, like if I know the Japanese, I would say, kame. Kame. What's kame? Ego. Turtle. Yeah, turtle. So I would say it, then the class would repeat. And yeah, so it goes on for however many vocabulary words you got. And usually I would like to, after all of the words have been practiced, I just go through it one more time, just so I hope they get a good grasp on it. And another thing I do after that to just help them remember is I play the missing game, which I believe is one of the most common games there is when it comes to using these picture cards. And what that is, I put all of the cards on the blackboard, and then I have them try to remember all of them, and then have them go to sleep, heads down, oyasumi, which is good night. And then I would take 1 or 2 or 3, depending on how good they are. So I usually start off with 1 card, and take it down. Sometimes I'll shuffle the remaining cards, and then I say, okay, good morning, ohayo, and like, hi. But sometimes, of course, students are like, saru, or monkey. It's like, raise your hand, come on. But that's pretty much it. I do that for like 5 or 10 minutes, and then I like to continue on to a different activity. And again, this is usually following the lesson plan in that in this book. But sometimes the Japanese teacher and I might not like an activity, so we might change it out. And another game we would play, for example, is using these smaller cards, again something I prepared, and we would play a game called Karuta. And there's usually enough cards for a pair or a group of 3 to 4 students. So what you do is give a set to each group, and then they would spread out all of the cards onto the table. And this is a very, very popular game in Japan. And I don't actually know if it's a popular game back home, because I have never played it until I came here. But anyway, Karuta, at least the way I do it, is we like to practice certain sentence structure. For example, what animal do you like? And then I like blah blah blah. So to play this game, the Japanese teacher and I would practice this conversation. Like, they would ask me, what animal do you like? And I would say, I like tiger. At this point, students have to try to slap the tiger card, and then whoever slapped it first, gets that card. It's basically how to get points. But sometimes I've seen students try to just kind of hover close to it, especially with their hands already in that position to just scoop in. But to prevent that, I have them do hands on their head. So hands on your head. Okay, what animal do you like? I like tiger. Boom. And that's the game. So either 1 or 2 rounds, sometimes change partners, depending on what the teacher and I have planned. And like, if the lesson was about animals, we would continue on, or I would continue on with another activity. This is what I made. This is called the window game. And inside, it's just pictures of different animals that I just printed on the computer. So here we would have a projector that's hooked up to a TV to just go down, so the kids could see it. I would ask, what color do you like? And then we got red, green, orange, blue, brown, purple. So I would pick a student. I like red. Oh, okay. Put up the red. What's that? Oh, sorry. I would do that for maybe 3 or 4 colors until I can hear someone say, wakatta, wakatta. Like, I know. And then at that point, I'll stop asking what color, and then I would ask, what animal? And dog. And then, boom, dog, yeah, correct. And then just continue to the next picture until basically time is up. And after that, maybe I'll review the words just one more time, and then I would just wrap it up saying, okay everyone, good job today. And then I would turn to sensei, like, sensei, owari, finish. And then that's when we do another aisatsu, greeting. So it's like a goodbye greeting. So the students would stand up and arigatou gozaimashita, and then they would bow, I would bow back, and then see you. And then that's it. That's the whole lesson. So anyway, like I said, I just wanted to give you a glimpse as to what it's like to plan a lesson, and to just give a little demonstration as to what it's like. I am planning for the next video on teaching in Japan to just actually highlight the differences between elementary school here and elementary school back in the US. So I might do a video on that, or I might do something on junior high school. So I don't know. But whatever it is, I'll probably make it next week. So I guess see you then. Bye.